Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the privilege to be in your midst today. Thank you, Elena, and thank you, Erica team. I want to start by saying you are in the right place. 15 years ago, I had the privilege of getting to Canada for the very first time. I came in with a mixed feeling. One, I was happy finding myself in a new country. And on the other part, where am I going to start from? And I was having that conflict within me. But I must tell you that a center just like Erica here, right there in Toronto, was available for me to explore. And that helped me to have a very good footing. So I congratulate you because you are in the right place. And I'm telling you that this event you have attended today will become a good memory for you very, very shortly. So this morning I'm here to represent Project Management Institute. Project Management Institute is a global association. And this institute, in collaboration with Erica and many other newcomer centers, have made a lot of programs that are designed particularly to help newcomers to settle quickly and to transit, gradually into Canadian system. Project Management Institute has chapters in every part of the world. We that are here today with my colleagues at the back, I have Selena at the back, I have Kristian at the back. We are here to represent PMI Northern Alberta chapter. And PMI helps to design and develop certification programs that will help every professionals to have an alternative career path to be able to enter smoothly into the Canadian industry. As you can see from the slide right there before you, we have different level of entry of certification framework. No matter who you are, no matter your background, there is always a space of entry for you. All you just need is a determination to move forward and advance in your career. I want to start from the first level, from level 0 to 3, meaning that even if you don't have any background in project management, you can still come in at the 0 level entrance. And we have various certifications that will help to get you into the system. Whether you are an engineer as background, whether you are even in the health sector, whatever you have studied prior to coming to Canada, there is always a level of entry for you. At the first level, we have the Project Management Ready. This is a newly introduced certification framework to catch all the students that are still in the high school. We design programs for 11th grade students to gradually prepare them to enter into the project management stream. So if you, even as a bachelor's degree holder, or maybe you have some certification in one program or the other, and you want to go into project management, you can start up with the Project Management Ready. We also have the ACP, which is a certification that is directed at preparing people to become Agile certified and become an Agile professionals. Everything we are doing today is geared towards Agile. We want to do things in a different way, using different methods and using different approach. Agile is a way, and people are going forth to do Agile as a professional, as a profession. Now the second level of entry is for those who are already practicing project management, and they just needed some authentication. They needed some registration to approve them as a qualified project managers. And that is what we call the PMP, Project Management Professional. Project Management Professional will help you as an authority to coordinate, to direct, and to manage projects of any size, from micro to major projects. Once you get the certification, it's an alternative for you who even have a degree in engineering. It helps you to settle quickly into Canadian industry. And you can see some other professional certification there, which is for business analyst. There is a way for you to be able to get certified as a project, as a PBA, that is business analyst. When you go to the third level, those are for the specialists, those who have been practicing project management in various forms, and they now want to be completely focused on specific area and become a specialist in it, just like I did. I've been working as an engineer when I graduated, and after a while, I transited into becoming a project manager. And after a while, I just decided that I want to be focused on a specific specialty, and I became a project controls specialist. And on that project control specialist, we have people who also are involved in scheduling, cost management, estimating. So all this you can do as an engineer. You don't have to be a designer to be an engineer, no. As an engineer, you can be an estimator. As an engineer, you can be a cost analyst. As an engineer, you can manage projects. As an engineer, you can be a project coordinator. So all this you can do. Engineer is not limited to just a CAD drawing alone. No, there are various things you can do. I've gone through all that. I've been a site engineer, I've been an estimator, I've been a scheduler, I've been a cost analyst, I've been a project controls specialist, name it. But you must not just limit yourself to a specific sector. Look wider and think faster. This place has a lot of opportunities. Welcome to Canada. If you have more information you need me to give you, please meet us at our stand at the back. I will be right there to minister to you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you, Abiodun. I think that these kinds of trainings are so important these days, and it's great that it basically transgresses most sectors. So these kinds of trainings are, I think, something for people to think about as they approach maybe alternative careers and maybe augmenting some of the previous experience and education that they have. I'd like to invite now Kristian Bainey, who is 17 years in the IT sector and first generation, born from immigrant family, but first generation here in Canada. Kristian is president-elect, IT director, manager, and senior project manager, Agile and Scrum Master. I don't know what exactly that is, and you can maybe explain to us, Kristian. President-elect for the Project Management Institute Northern Alberta, Chapter PMI NAC, and there's a few acronyms here I'm probably going to avoid because we might not know about them. Kristian is an information technology professional with leadership and interpersonal skills in IT project management, technology management, and GIS data management. And then this is where all of the acronyms come in. I think I'll let you explain that maybe in a little bit more detail, but we're so pleased to have you, Kristian, to share your story with our group this morning.
Hello, good afternoon. Thanks everybody for coming. I think the acronyms you speaking of was IoT is something like the Internet of Things, and maybe AI, artificial intelligence. Anyways, so good afternoon. Thanks for attending this event to learn more about alternative career paths. As you know, my name is Kristian Bainey, first generation to Canada. My parents immigrated from Trinidad and Tobago, which is the south of Caribbean. I was introduced 7 years of experience in project management, and Scrum being like the agile new mindset thinking of how we control projects in a change management type of fashion. But today I'll be speaking more about my experience in the construction industry, otherwise known as a new buzzword that just came out about a year ago. It's taking off pretty highly in Project Management Institute, and it's called built environment. So when I refer to built environment, I'm focusing on heavy industrial construction areas, so the construction industry in the built environment. I currently work for the, right now, as you can see here on project management for the built environment, you could see that it's made up of two main sectors and three subcomponents there. It's divided into two sectors: a non-residential, which has three subsectors: heavy industrial, institution, commercial, and engineering, and of course home building like residential. What I would like to say is that especially in Alberta, if you're thinking to have a new career path, construction has many different industries. And in Alberta, the built industry is very much in demand and is really the backbone of Canadian economy, maintaining the built infrastructure for our cities and communities. Next slide, please. I currently work for the largest construction equipment manufacturer in the world. I worked for North America through Caterpillar Construction, and also, as you guys may know, with the big cranes that say CAT on them. I've also worked previously as the head of IT for the largest workforce accommodations rule for Canada as well. What I experienced leading the project management office at these these companies, firms, and the workers that are involved in project management were roles such as, and there's a lot more, but the people that I really led, if you're thinking of going in the construction industry, you can get all the way from project management, construction site manager, business analyst, field manager, finance, even electrical workforce management. So there's a lot of different roles, and here's some of the ones that they do have in the industry itself right now that I've worked for from my experience. All of these roles have some type of work related to tracking, monitoring, managing, executing, controlling, and process improvement through automation. This is the newer way of technologies, and technology is taking off massively, as we all know in the whole world, but massively a lot in the construction industry for the new equipments that are being made today. This is all again related to project management within the built environment. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, thanks. Working with different business sectors within the built environment, I realized that anybody can be an innovator given the appropriate environmental conditions. As you all know, that different eras of time comes with different culture, leadership, and influence. I remember when I first started in the IT industry, after my postgraduate studies, I learned quickly that a lot of higher management still had that traditional and conventional mindset of project management, especially even more so today in the build industry. Again, in the build industry today, as we speak today, there's a lot of conventional and traditional mindset that's still happening, and that's because of the the baby boomers versus the Generation X, and why. Again, innovation is influenced by culture and leadership. As you know, from different generations, you will have different culture, different mindsets. So this is why an alternative career path in project management in the built environment might be a perfect time for you to upgrade your career aspirations, as the mindset for new higher management has already begun. Currently today, still a lot of conventional approaches are being used for projects to deliver conventional results, so no new way of thinking about problems. But the younger generation will play a crucial role in this switch in the paradigm, as they will be more up to date with new technologies that will emerge. The waterfall approach of project management, and just to give you a synopsis of what that is typical in the built environment, which I stated, where significant time and resources are invested in advance to map out scenarios and structure the project around sequential milestones. However, from my experience, especially in the last 5 years in Alberta and working in the US as well, that agile iterative method can be rapidly adapted to change to gaining great traction. The built environments have begun this change in mindset. So again, the mindset from traditional approaches are going towards an agile or even hybrid approach, where you're mixing the traditional approaches, where the baby boomers or even Generation X may still be up to date on. Well, not up to date, but comfortable with, because that's what they were trained and that's what they've done. But when you come with different culture, leadership, and environment that you're growing in, which is 2023, things are changing. Change is always going to happen. Agile definitely means an iterative way of changing. So that's what I'm saying, that this is a perfect time to get into the construction industry in these different fields, if that's something that you were thinking of. Next slide, please. Even before COVID-19, it became a standard practice, as we all know, for project teams to work together from different locations and use different technology solutions. Those of you who are working right now, or now you've heard a lot about Zoom, Microsoft Teams is a big hit, WebEx, all that stuff. We're all talking on Skype now. Everything is virtual. The keyword virtual, 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 virtual. What does that mean? That means everything to do with the technology and how you communicate. Project management is 90% communication. It's not just about scheduling and the cost management and all that stuff. Really, the greatest project manager is a leader and person that can communicate and understand and adapt to change. Again, from my experience in technology, in the built industry, is used in everyday communication, collaboration, and deployment of project management practices that fit a vast amount of project management roles in the industry. So again, a lot of people may think the construction industry is, well, we have site managers. Okay, sure, you have an IT team. Okay, there's a finance department. But like those roles I showed before, there's a lot more. And then if you go target the bigger companies that are hiring, they're always hiring. I don't want to actually name the specific companies, but the ones that are very popular in the world, such as, well, I work for through UMT, so Caterpillar, and there's a lot of other ones out there that you could find different ways to start your career. And these companies right now are knowing the mindset is changing. They're willing to give a lot of training to newcomers that come. So you can keep that in mind as well too. Next slide, please. So how do I get started in all of this? So I kind of did a quick synopsis of traditional approaches that are happening today and what's going to happen in the future, and what's happening today and what is in demand. Well, a good place to start is to connect with PMI or through myself to become a mentee from someone in the industry. PMI has a new designation that came out maybe a year ago, and it's designed by construction experts for industry experts, and is something that I'm going to focus on in the next year when I become the president of the Project Management Institute for Northern Alberta. Currently, I'm the president-elect. Why I say I want to concentrate, I'm going to be concentrating a lot on the construction industry, is because, as you know, what I've just said, there's so much opportunity. Project Management Institute right now for Northern Alberta has always targeted, and it's been great, for the IT industry, the health industry, the engineering industry, Construction is a huge demand. PMI came up with this new thing because in construction you have to know one thing about project management. It is a lot of ad hoc, okay? So PMI came out with their own specific project management certificate, the first of its kind, and it is really, really great. It's going to be worldwide known. Again, it came out about a year ago. It's what everybody was asking for throughout the globe. Because of the ad hoc ways, the traditional approaches, or even when you read the PIM Box 7 and you go to project management courses, you should find out which instructor is actually speaking. Does he have a IT background? Does he have an engineering background, health or finance or whatnot? Because in the construction, again, they have certain specific ways they like to do it. And it is a lot of change, but it is great experience. So again, with that being said, you could always add me to LinkedIn if you would like to speak more. I could always link you up with somebody from PMI that's within the industry that can help to be a mentor for you. But again, there's the link for the new, a lot of people may not know, for the new certification for our construction professionals. You must have 3 years of construction experience wherever in the world. But it is 7 online courses and 1 exam, and you should gain a great amount of experience here. That's about it, unless there's a quick question.